she had
Yeah.
been, how long had experiencing dementia?
Oh, it had been happening for like a year and a half.
Okay, so she was experiencing dementia for a year and a half. The doctors,
Uh-huh.
the doctors basically told her that they had to
To
get
be
used to
prepared. Yeah.
that lifestyle
Because
with her.
she's gonna have Alzheimer's eventually.
Right.
It's gonna it's gonna turn into full blown Alzheimer's pretty soon.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then and so then somebody told her about more mitos, restore all, right? Now, do you know,
Yeah.
was she taking the
Well, I don't
whole?
know. I don't know what product it was. She just said it was more model, so I don't know
I'm
which.
uh, okay. So the oil is definitely what you consume by mouth, right? The restore oil.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's one, because you said she had only got one bottle, and when you say a
Right.
bottle, the oil
Uh-huh.
is in a bottle. Now,
Oh, okay.
now she may have gotten the bundle,
Uh-huh.
um, but because you said the oil, I mean the bottle, that's what made me think that. So, the bundle is the restore oil, the rejuvenate gel, and the renew body and mind capsules, right? So I was
Uh-huh.
thinking, because you said she only got one bottle, so that's what made me think
Yeah.
the restore oil, right? But
Did,
you
did,
said that it took her. Okay, so she took it. See, I wonder if you said she had gotten one bottle,
yeah.
and
And
then
she said that's a month's worth is a one bottle.
that's
I
true.
thought it was pills, but maybe it could have been a oil, but I thought maybe it was pills because she didn't specify. I just assumed that it was pills. But anyway, she said that she could see a little bit of, you know, after 30 days, she could see a little bit better. So she decided, well, let me go ahead and get another bottle and see if that'll help. And it did. She said by the time she got to 6 weeks, that her mother was, could remember her name, could remember her keys, where she put her keys. She was starting to remember everything. And because she said she was just going to test her. So she said, do you remember? She said, do you know who I am? And she said, of course I do. You're my daughter. So that's when she knew her memory was pretty much on track to coming back. So she finished up that bottle and she got another bottle, which was, like I said, 3 months. And she said within 3 months, her mind was pretty much just about back to normal again after 3 months. I said, wow, that's amazing. She said, yep. She said, if you know anybody, you ought to they need to get on this stuff. She said, I wouldn't have believed it if it wasn't my mother, because she just didn't feel, the doctors had told her there was nothing else they could do.
We have that happen a lot. We have so many testimonials of people that the doctors have given up, and then so many people think the doctors know everything, but
Yeah,
they don't, because we have too many
yeah.
examples of people where the doctors given up on them, or they tell them, oh, they put them on hospitals and stuff like that, and they get on our products, and
Hmm.
next thing you know, they're doing just fine, right?
Yeah,
So they're built their mitochondria up, and they're
yeah.
doing just fine.
And that's exactly what she kept saying, mitochondria. That's what made me remember, because I probably wouldn't have remembered it if she hadn't said mitochondria. And I said, oh, that's the same thing Stephanie be talking about.
Exactly. Exactly. And then that's funny. And this shows how different people's body responds differently, because you
Uh-huh.
just said it took her 6 weeks. There's like another lady that her mother's a minister, and she was experiencing dementia, and
Uh-huh.
so she just took the rejuvenate gel. So she got the bundle, right? So she took the rejuvenate
Uh-huh.
gel and she rubbed it on the back of her neck, and like on her
Hmm.
temples and stuff, right? And then of course she was
Right.
taking the renew body and mind, and then she was also taking the restore oil, right? But by the
Uh-huh.
next day, she was able
Hmm.
to go and preach. You know, again,
Wow.
she wasn't preaching like she used to, because she was experiencing dementia, and and then the congregation began to make comments that, oh wow, you sound just like you used to sound and everything. What have you
Right.
done? But it
Hmm.
was all in her building her mitochondria up. They took
Yeah.
the initiative to get her on the products, and
Hmm.
and it made a difference. Now her body responded immediately. because when I say
Yeah.
immediately, well, you responded by the next day. Some people respond instantly. Some people take a couple of hours. Some people take days, months. Some even take years, right? But before
Right.
they notice the difference. Now, understand it. The products are getting in there and they're making a difference. It's just some people don't notice the difference right off. But again,
Right.
that's what
That's
we
what I was
tell
just gonna
people.
say. She might not have noticed it
That's
right
right.
away.
That's
It
right.
might have been working. It just
Mm-hmm.
that she didn't notice it until one day she just just decided to ask her questions.
Mm-hmm.
She could see little progress because
Right.
she stuff like before she couldn't remember where her keys were. She couldn't remember. Matter of fact, she said I forgot about this. She said that um one day her mother she had came home and her mother was gone,
Uh-huh.
and she said that so she thought well the door was open and she was like, did somebody break in my house? And so she looked all around and her mother was gone. So
Mm-hmm.
she went to the police and everything and reported her missing. And they said, "Well, how old is it?" They said, "Was 77 years old." And so the police were all out looking for her and everything. And she really had, was her mind was pretty much gone at that point
Mm-hmm.
because she didn't even remember leaving, didn't remember where she was going or nothing. She just
Mm-hmm.
walked out of the house,
Mm-hmm.
and
That
that's
that happens often
and,
with people that experience dementia or Alzheimer's. Yes.
and so she said that so she said that's when she knew that she had to because she won't be able to be independent no more. She can't leave her anymore if that happens. And so she said that she went from not knowing where she was at and walking out of the house to remembering different things like um, stuff on the calendar. We got to go here, or we got you
Mm-hmm.
remember you said this. So it was little by little, but it wasn't nothing just like drastic. But until 6 weeks when she asked her, "Do you know who I am?" And
Mm-hmm.
that's when she really knew that she really, how much she had improved.
That's
She
awesome.
knew she saw improvement after 30 days, but she didn't know how much. But it was after 6 weeks she knew exactly how much. So then she said she just stayed on the product. But she said she didn't think it was going to work, but she figured what I have to lose.
Right.
You know,
Right.
she already
We get that a lot as
doctors
well.
already gave up on her, so
Right.
she figured, what I got to lose.
Right.
Might as well try.
Right. Yeah. We get that a
So now
whole lot.
she's the distributor, I guess is what it's called. I'm not sure what her
She's a
title is
customer.
or whatever.
Everybody's a customer. Yeah.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but so I told her, I said, well, I have a friend. If I get, do anything, I'm gonna get it from her. And so she said, oh, okay. Well, she said, how old are you? And I told her, she said, well, even if you're not having any problems right now,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't hurt to
That's
get on
right.
the product
Mm-hmm.
because she said, I'm a nurse. I think she's a registered nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm just gonna be honest with you. At your age, the older you get, you're gonna lose. What is it she said? I forgot what she said, but it's basically your brain cells.
Yes.
Basically, what it boils down to.
Which is
And
mitochondria. It's your cells.
right,
Yes.
yeah. And
Uh-huh.
so she said that. So um, if you rebuild and repair your mitochondria before you get there, you may not ever experience. And she says,
Yes.
and everybody doesn't experience Alzheimer's, but she
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm just going to tell you that almost everybody experiences some type of a memory loss. But
Yes.
if you build your mitochondria, you probably won't have to deal with that. And I said, well, that's good to know. I appreciate you telling me that. And
Right.
so she was in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay. Okay.
That's where I seen her at the truck stop at Little Rock. So she's still, um, doing selling it or whatever. I guess you could say she like you and David. She just walk up and start talking to people. Walk up and start talking to people.
Well, we have to get the word out there. Now, was she a truck driver?
No,
Oh,
her husband is a truck driver, but she just
okay.
happened to be in the in the truck stop by. I think she was getting some earplugs or something like that. I don't know what she was getting.
Okay.
I seen her over there with all the phone, that department over there where all the phone stuff is. So I don't know if she was buying something for her phone or what. But I I was over there looking for a charger cord,
Uh-huh.
and she was standing over there, and so uh, we just kind of started talking. Hey,
Mhm.
I need to take this call. Let me call you back.
Okay.